everyone, it's me Nandini Devi, and if you've noticed, there's been a change in my channel. I am now the West Indian Witch. I've always been the West Indian Witch, but that's my new handle. It's my new handle on Instagram, and my website is nandinidevi.com. So if you haven't gotten that change yet, I'm going to be updating stuff. I'm in the midst of doing that, so by the time you see this video, maybe everything's in motion, maybe not, so here you are. And I'm also going to share a little bit about where I'm doing my readings and my Shakti Reiki, because those questions are really coming in right now. And I'll share about that, and then I'll get into your reading. If you want to go fast forward and go into that, please do. But if you hear this message, it might be useful to you, because perhaps you'll be asking this question as well. So in terms of tarot readings, oracle readings, psychic readings, I sometimes don't have readings up. I decide when it's the right time for me to be reading, because I need to be in alignment for that. I need my energy to be in a good place, and I need to be centered in what I'm doing. Like, what is my purpose in doing these readings, right? Like, am I trying to assist people, and am I trying to make money? Like, what am I trying to do? And how can it all cohesively fit with Spirit's plan for all of us, right? That's most important. So I take time to kind of establish my goals and understanding what I'm doing. So always check in my Calendly. You can always email me. My email stays the same, advice.kali@gmail.com, and never changes. And you can always find me on patreon.com/kali2021. That's always consistent as well. And I have an Instagram, I have this account, and I don't have very much other social media. So whenever you're in doubt, just reach out, okay? Shakti Reiki is not on the table right now. I am teaching Reiki. If you want to get certified, learn how to do Reiki for yourself, and then grow into doing Reiki for others, because there's multiple attunements. It starts with a self-healing attunement, and then a practitioner attunement, and then the Reiki master attunement. So you can check all those out on my website, nandinidevi.com. And we're going to get into your full moon Libra reading, okay? Of course, this could resonate at any time. So if you feel called to this video and you're like, I just want to watch it, go right ahead, okay? Go right ahead, because we're all doing our thing and our timelines. You know, sometimes there's messages that come through that we really needed to hear. And if you feel called to getting a reading and you don't see that I have anything up, just reach out. You never know. You never know. Okay. So I'm going to begin by asking us all to join in taking a few deep breaths. Tuning into the heart, and we ask our guides, our angels, our elevated ancestors to surround this space with protection, with healing. I ask to be a conduit of divine messages that need to come through at this time. And I ask that we are all held under good spiritual order and good spiritual light at this time, removing any entities, attachments, and anxieties from this space. May we get the clearest messages that we need. Yes. Okay. It's Aries season. There's a lot of vibes. Okay. Aries season is a lot of vibes. I hope that you're taking care of yourself, meaning you're resting. Are you resting? Are you resting? Resting is not just sleeping at night. Okay. Resting is turning the lights low. It's meditation. It's taking breaks from toxic situations. It's taking breaks from like emotionally draining environments. Sometimes things that we love to do, people that we love to be around, also we may need breaks from. Okay, like give yourself permission to be like, I can't talk about this right now, or I can't talk to you right now, or I can't go on this thing right now, and I can't go on this trip, and I can't do this, that, or the other. You can say no. Boundaries are okay. You know, and are you drinking water? Are you nourishing yourself? These cards are a little sticky. I think I might have to use the Pamela Coleman Smith deck if they don't want to wake up. Let's see, what is the card saying? No, they want to be used. They're like, no, we want to come through. All right. Dear divine guides, please give us the messages we need for this full moon. What are the collective messages for us right now? You know, Pluto, Aquarius is happening. Ooh, there's a lot of changes. Those of you who want to get online and get visible, don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody stop you shining and following your passions, and learn. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to let go of that perfectionism. You know, some of you are in your hermit stage because you're just like going through a transformation. But if you're planning something, go with it. You know, you're very supported. Your guides are supporting you. Like I said, some of you might be in your hermit stage because you're going through some kind of transformation. You're very supported. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. Like nothing's gonna, you're like held. You're held. You're held. And perhaps like stepping out of your comfort zone isn't about like physically going somewhere, but like mentally getting out of that like block, you know, like stepping out of your mental comfort zone. What is mentally comforting? And sometimes we're comforted by thinking of the worst situation ever over and over again so we can stay in the same place. You can't think of yourself as a different type of person, but transformation is here. Also, like some of you have someone coming into your life that is just, or may already be in your life, that is creating such a huge transformation in you. Like, believe it or not, they are showing you how strong you are. They are meeting you at your strength. They are not afraid of your strength, and they are going through also a huge transformation. Okay, so this could be love, this could be work, this could be a family member, this is soul connection. Soul connections come in many forms. Okay, like magic is occurring. Alchemy, the magician, the alchemist, there's alchemy occurring in your life. And think about cooking as alchemy. Think about stew or soup, right? You're like, who's making stew right now? It's like you put a bunch of stuff in a pot, you boil it, it's like bubbling up, things are softening, things are popping up, things are draining, things are dissolving, things are happening in the pot. Okay, the alchemy is occurring. The alchemy is occurring, and you're gonna come out of that like space. What did I just say? 6 of Wands. You're going to come out of that space, whether it's your mental, emotional hiding, perhaps like, oh my God, I feel like some of you, and I've been feeling this too, like I've been crying more than Pisces season, okay? Like, and I'm a Pisces rising. I have a lot of water in my chart too, but it's like, I've just been bawling my eyes out for Aries season. It's just like, if you were been emotionally blocked, whew, I'm feeling for some of you. You're going to like really open up. You're going to like, the emotions are flowing. The emotions are flowing, and it creates victory. Your vulnerability, your openness, your visibility, it matters, you know? And shout out, because I'm making this video on Trans Day of Visibility, okay? Because we're out here. Yes, being you, being in your truth. Like, it is such a, you know, a powerful time to really claim what's yours. And not only are you going to the world, but the world is meeting you. I feel like people are really seeing your light. When you come out, when you say who you are, like people are really seeing your light, and they're just like, who's that? Who's that? And you know what? Like, you've been in a place of like weighing the pros and cons. The Temperance card is here, balance, but it was upside down. You've been weighing the pros and cons for a long time. You've been saying what could work and what could not work for a long time. You're good. You're good. Trust the universe. Trust the fire under your ass for the season. Trust the balance of Libra that's occurring. We have the 6 of Cups. What did I say? Love, commitment, support, like community, like healing the inner child, healing the mother wound, healing the father wound, creating balance in all of your spectrums of your identity. Like, you are thriving right now. You're fertile energy right now. And we have the Fool card. Let go of like that thought that you don't belong, that you don't matter, that nobody wants to hear what you want to say, that people don't care about you, or whatever your brain was telling you before to protect you. Because what does the inner critic say? The inner critic was created as a survival tool to survive environments that were hostile. So you develop that same hostility inside of you to not be constantly shocked and bombarded by something. You were like just swimming in it. You're like, all right, I know what this is. I'm not fucking jaded by, you know, or being jaded by it, kind of being like numbed out to it because you're just doing it to yourself so much, you numb out to it. That's going out the door. That type of behavior, that type of like bombarding yourself with negative thoughts and like shitting on yourself because you think other people are going to do it. So you might as well just get used to it because that's what you need to expect. You don't need to expect the worst anymore. I'm sorry, honey, but like you don't. And you could possibly be becoming the toxic person if you do that, right? You could be the person like cutting people out, talking shit, like gossiping, hurting people's feelings if you don't like actually address how you talk to yourself, okay? Because eventually when we talk like that for long enough, we start talking like that out loud. Okay, and don't shame blame yourself, right? Because these things were survival tools. It takes time to step out of that, but your guides will guide you. Pray, okay, pray on it. We have the Empress. You, oh my God, when I tell you that you're meant for great things, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, right? Like, I'm not. It is the time, baby. It is the time. Like, you know, the Pluto Aquarius alignment is what I'm telling you. Like, it is time. Aquarius is about everyone getting what we need. And when we haven't felt that for so long, when there's just been this scarcity and turmoil and systemic oppression for so long, the idea that we could have something different seems like a fantasy. It seems like you're in dream world, right? But we have Saturn Pisces, which also is saying you can turn these wild, fantastical dreams. And the only reason they were wild and fantastical is because the oppressive source that was like pushing us down, saying, yeah, this is not possible. Saturn, who is zaddy, is coming around in Pisces being like, no, actually, you want to manifest it, you got to work for it. You got to work for it. I'm sorry. I know it's been rough. I know it's been a hard time, but you have to work hard. What do you have to work hard at? What do you have to work hard at? Believing in your worth. Believing in your worth, knowing that you and your community are worth it, knowing that you belong, knowing that you deserve this, okay? We have the Hanged One. Also the Empress is ruled by Venus, which is the Libra Taurus energy, right? The Venusian card. So the full moon being a Venusian full moon under a Mars energy as well, because Mars Sun energy with Aries. We have the Hanged One. When you are at a place that you're doing okay, pause for a second, take a deep breath, acknowledge your accomplishments, you know, excuse me, some of you are not acknowledging how far you've come. Take stock. This full moon, instead of trying to release like somebody or something out of your life, like release that way of thinking about yourself, because Libra also rules the mind, creating balance in the mind. Or where have you been suppressing your own joy? Like you're not allowed to feel happy because other people are not feeling happy. You assume other people are not feeling happy. You assume somebody else is struggling. You assume, you know, that somebody complaining to you is a reason for you to just also, you know, I get into this trap as well. Like there's some times where like we've been conditioned to not feel joy out loud because we're afraid that we're hurting somebody. If other people are not feeling good, if other people are not doing well, then I can't do well. You can do well. In fact, we need you to. We need you to, not to fake it and not to always be happy, but to be in your best self and to live the life that you're meant to live and to follow your passions, you know, and remember that it's not about, you know, I'm gonna make another video about this on Instagram about like happiness and like, you know, we're not trying to attain happiness right now. This isn't about faking happiness and acting like everything's okay. That's not what I mean about living your best life. Living your best life is accepting the challenges because they're worth it. It's about the difficulties being like part of God. It's about, you know, being in purpose, you know, feeling that sense of satisfaction with what you're doing, even when sometimes it's challenging or hard or intense, you know, like draining. Sometimes things can be draining, but also be great. Tune into that, right? Because sometimes things were draining and we were in a really messed up place. So then we can confuse those things and think that we're in that place now because we're like, remember when I was feeling drained? That's because this thing was toxic. It's like, maybe that's not the case right now. You know, maybe you are living your truth. Actually, I know you are. Why are we connecting right now? Like we're connecting because you're there. We have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Yet, what? You're in your feels, confused. Like, is this true? What can I believe? Reminiscing on the past, remembering the horrible things that happened. Give yourself the time to do it. Give yourself the time to do it. You know, I know somebody that told me, like, and I probably said this in other videos, like, if you're feeling sad, like, give yourself the time to feel sad. Give yourself an hour and just sit where your inner kids, sit with yourself and just be like, whew, okay, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling sad. I feel disappointed. I feel hurt. This didn't happen. We can grieve the things that we wanted that did not come to fruition. We can grieve that we didn't have the family that we wanted, the relationship that we wanted, you know, but that doesn't mean that we have to X our family or our relationships or our career. It could just mean that the transformation, where is that card? The transformation that's occurring is more in alignment because spirit is saying, okay, I hear you. This isn't working for you. And we don't want that for you either. That was just the container you needed then, or that's just the container of karma that existed then, right? We don't even have to talk about need. We could talk about just the cosmic overarching like laws that are mysterious and beyond our comprehension. We can start to step out of those containers and like, yes, you feel confused sometimes. Yes, you feel anxious sometimes, but remember that anxiety is also trapped energy. Where can you direct that anxiety? Where can you take all that energy? If we were to detach it from it being something horrifying that is bumbling around in your head, where do you want to put that energy? Like, what if you put it in your heart and it like shook something open? What if you put it in your hips and you danced? You know? What if you put it in your feet and you walked your ass out the house today and like had a good time? You know, speaking to myself. Okay. All right, let's pull a few more cards because I think this is pretty much the message here, but let's see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say about this full moon before we start closing up this reading. Spirit, do you have anything else that you want to say? Nope. We're going to pull an oracle card, or we're going to pull an animal spirit card to close. Spirit is saying, I already told you everything you need to know. If you need to rewatch the video, then rewatch the video, okay? If that's what you need, then that's what you need. Ooh, money is coming in. Some of you can't even handle it. Like, there's about to be prosperity on levels that you need. Now, how does money come in? Starts in spirit. It works itself through our mental and emotional bodies, and then it manifests into the physical world. So don't think that you're about to skip feeling love, feeling clarity, peace, you know, validating your feelings and your needs, communicating. You're not going to skip any of that on the way to the money. Because this isn't like old school capitalism. This is the truth. You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to be well. And you deserve to have all the things that you need. And it's not going to come through in the same way. It's going to come through spirit, working its way through the channels of energy, okay, through the etheric bodies. All right, dear divine, what's your message for us for this full moon Libra? What do you have to say for us? The cheetah. What a cutie. I love cheetahs so much. They're so cute. Do y'all remember Toto? Oh my god, that's a sad memory, but Toto from Big Cat Diaries. I cried. Let's see. All right. Cheetah energy. Cheetah energy. All right. You ready for this? Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. What did I say? You need to shine. Put yourself out there. Purpose and passion are the best fuel. Purpose, passion. Did we say those things? Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, you achieve anything and you have boundless energy. When out of balance, you are impatient and competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. I said that. I was like, sometimes like it says, you're coming out of a space, you're redefining, you know, like I said, also when I was sharing about my tarot readings at the beginning, I said I had to redefine, where am I coming from? What am I doing this for? Like, what's the purpose of all this? Like, you know, how can I align with my spiritual purpose? How can I align with my purpose here? And that's the question that we're collectively asking, especially with the Aquarius and Pisces energies that are swirling through Pluto and Saturn. It's like about getting serious about those things. They're not some woo-woo thing. It's not some woo-woo stuff. It's not the stuff you do on the side. It's not a fucking hobby. Our purpose is not a hobby. You know, it's how we're transforming ourselves in this world. It's very important business. Okay. I'm sending you so much love and care. I appreciate you. If you want to show me some monetary appreciation, you can show up on my Patreon. There's also a lot of guided meditations and oracle readings on there. And there's also healing prompts. And like I throw in some videos of like yogic techniques and EFT and stuff like that. So check it out. Check it out. And you can jump on my Instagram to stay abreast with whatever I'm offering in terms of tarot readings and Reiki. But my container is always intuitive counseling, right? So I always do intuitive counseling. That's my major space, and everything happens in there. Tarot readings, Reiki, all of it still happens, but it happens in that container. Probably should have said that at the beginning. Hopefully you're still here because you love me and you care, okay? Take care.